Hey team, Jesse Reynolds here. I got your live video for Wednesday, and I just want to talk to you about maybe the most important thing that any of us could be focusing on at this time right now. So Monday we talked about paying the price. How much does it cost? There's a cost of time and effort. There's a cost sometimes of finances with getting to certain places, but really it's about paying the price of your discretionary time, of your mental energy and focus to build freedom for your family. Yesterday we talked about inviting others to impending events to be able to see more for themselves. So today we're going to talk about the single most important impending event. And I want you to follow me on just a couple simple thought processes. And at any one of these, if you have not done X, then that's the point for you to stop and you just to simply ask yourself the question, how bad do I want it? Am I willing to pay the price? So here's the reality. The number one most important impending event in AdvoCare is either AdvoNation or Success School. Just depends if it's January or if it's the summertime. So in January, that's the next one coming up. AdvoNation is the number one most important impending event. The number one skill in this business is to get ourselves and our people to impending events. So if that is the number one impending event and getting there is the number one skill, that is the number one most important thing for us to do. Simple question. Have you committed to AdvoNation? So committing is purchasing your ticket. You can talk about it. You can think about it. Here's the reality. Between now and Tuesday, September 1st, tickets are on sale for only $49. They're going to jump in price $20 after Tuesday the 1st. Get your ticket locked in now. That's number one. That's the pause the video right now. Forget everything else I'm about to say until you do this. Because here's the reality. If you have said, I have something I want for my future, for my family, for my freedom, AdvoNation's the key. I do not know of anyone who's achieved the freedom they're looking for in AdvoCare without getting to AdvoNation. Now, I know people have made a few $100s, but that's not freedom. I'm talking about if you have a reason and a purpose. You said, my family deserves more. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. There's this thing that I want that I'm having to say no to. You need to be at AdvoNation. So number one, get your tickets for AdvoNation. Number two, I want to encourage you to consider. Now, this is where I'm going to start making some of you uncomfortable. A lot of you, if you're watching these videos, you probably already have your AdvoNation tickets. And here's number two. Go to two AdvoNations. I want to challenge you to go to two different AdvoNations. The reality is for most of us, you have a closer, more convenient AdvoNation. So obviously go to that. But do you really want success? Do you really want breakthrough in your business? I realize you may be new and you may not have a lot of business in other places yet, and that is completely fine. I get that. Commit first, figure out the details later. I love Jessica and Lawson Boss are on fire right now, coming back from Success School, and they've adopted the mindset. They're just going to do what we as their leaders suggest they do, and they'll figure it out how to do it or whatever later, but they're just going to do it as instructed. So I shared this training message with them last week. They live in just outside of Atlanta. They've got AdvoNation in Atlanta. So what they do, they got tickets for Orlando, which is like 8 hours away from where they live, 8 or 9 hours. And so that's not convenient for them. So they don't have a team in Orlando. So get this, because they made that decision, they now have got a team member who's committed to going to Orlando AdvoNation with them. That's what happens when you commit first and figure out the details later. What happens is maybe you've got a team member that you do have the closer one, but they have a legitimate life event, a family event or work event or something going on the weekend of the convenient AdvoNation. So what happens then is that they're physically unable to make it. So you can say, you know what, that's great because I'm also going to XYZ place. Now maybe that includes a plane flight. Is that convenient? No. Is it worth it? Yes. Is that free? No. We already discussed freedom isn't free. I do not understand how you can say I want, especially if you've got 3,000 a month, 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, whatever the income goals where you say you're going in your business. I just can't wrap my mind around how you can say I'm committed to success and freedom for my family, but you can't hop on a plane for one weekend to get yourself to two different AdvoNations. That's just something for you to think about and consider right there. So that's what I said. Step two, get yourself to two AdvoNations. Beth and I, we're taking this step further. So we have our two different AdvoNations we're registered for already, and they're more convenient for us. One's 4 hours away, one's like 10 hours away. but we have family close by, so we kind of have childcare and stuff like that. So Beth is going to go to those two, Atlanta and Orlando. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on a plane. I'm flying to Albany and I'm flying to Des Moines. So all of you champions out there that are going to be going to Albany or Des Moines, I look forward to meeting you at the Albany and Des Moines Advo Nations. Those are like two of the coldest Advo Nations they have. I don't like being in the freezing cold. There will probably be like 4 feet of snow out there, especially in Des Moines. Never been to Iowa before, but I am committed to taking my business to the next level, and I'm committed to leading everyone on our team who wants to take their business to the next level as well. So I need to set the example. And here's the other thing I know about Advo Nations. See, we went to two last year. We went to Atlanta and Orlando. They're completely different training events. We got certain nuggets and value out of Atlanta, and we got certain nuggets and value out of Orlando. In fact, just honestly, Orlando fed me more than Atlanta did, and that was the second one that we went to. What if we only went to the Atlanta one? We would have missed out on those opportunities. So I just encourage you with that. Now, next thing, you've got to start talking about Advo Nation to every one of your team members. Everyone, if somebody's even saying, I think maybe I want income, even if they don't know yet. So here's the reality. If you want to know if this thing's for you or not, you need to be in the room for Advo Nation. Focus on getting other people locked in. Again, it's number one is for their financial future. I mean, that's the reality of it. Getting to Advo Nation when it's not hard, when it's not, or when it is hard, when it's not convenient, it's worth it. Things can change if you get in the room for Advo Nation. But equally importantly, is things can change for your team members if they get in the room for Advo Nations as well. So that's number three, is start talking to everyone on your team, not tagging them on this video, not sending them a text message, but having an individual conversation with them about why they need to be an Advo Nation as well, and share with them your excitement again, because if you're committed to going to two different ones, that sends a very serious, strong message to your team about how big a deal Advo Nation is. What I know is if the number one thing is to get yourself and your people to impending events, and Advocare is that, and what I know is the number one impending event is Advo Nation. If we will focus on this and be excellent at this, this will change everything in our businesses. You guys are champions. We look forward to seeing you at an Advo Nation this winter time. Let's go out there and change the world.